All right, listen up. I've got 3 massive Celtic stories for you today. And trust me, the last one is the real bombshell you can't afford to miss. From Brendan Rodgers' big derby update to Arne Engels laying it all on the line, and finally, a transfer twist that could change everything. Stick with me right to the end because you'll want to hear this one. And before we dive in, massive thanks to you for helping us smash 500 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 1,500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. Hit that button and be part of it. Right, let me tell you, this Glasgow Derby's shaping up nicely. Brendan Rodgers has given his injury update ahead of Sunday at the Big Midden, and for once it's mostly good news for the Hoops. Tony Ralston gave us all a wee scare missing training on Friday, but Rodgers says he should be back with the lads tomorrow and ready for the derby. That's what I like to hear. Colby Donovan filled in midweek and looked sharp, but let's be honest, you want Ralston in that back line when you're marching into Ibrox. Now, it's not perfect. Austin Trusty's still struggling with his heel, and Alistair Johnston's hamstring injury against Kairat means he's out for a while. But apart from that, Rodgers has a near full squad, and that's massive for a match like this. And here's the beauty of it. While Celtic are getting bodies back, the mob across the city are patching theirs together. Raskin's a major doubt after training away from the group, and let's not forget, they're still licking their wounds from that 6-0 hammering they took off Club Brugge. 6-0, you could hear the tears hitting the pavements of Govan all week. Their dressing room looks more fractured than Sauchy Hall Street on a wet Monday morning. So here's the deal. Celtic go in wounded but recovering. Rangers go in battered and broken. It's the perfect storm. And you know as well as I do, there's nothing sweeter than silencing Ibrox when the pressure's already choking the life out of them. But let me throw this one at you. If Rodgers really wants to send a message, should he risk starting Balikwisha on his derby debut at Ibrox? Or is that too big a gamble in a game of this magnitude? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jai it, Laildi, till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. This is what I like to hear before a derby. Arne Engels stepping up and talking with a bit of fire in his belly. He's been at Celtic almost a year now, and you can tell he gets it. He knows exactly what's at stake when you walk into Ibrox wearing that green and white, and he's not shying away from it one bit. He's saying what every Celtic fan wants to hear. Everybody knows the weight of this match, the pressure, the expectations, but for him, it's simple. Attack, create, score goals, win the game. That's it. None of this sitting back and hoping for the best. That's for the other mob. At Celtic, it's all about taking the game to them, and you can tell Engels has bought into that mentality full tilt. And here's another wee bonus. He's buzzing to have Michel-Ange Balikwisha alongside him. The Belgian connection at Parkhead just got stronger. Engels knows him from the under-21s, knows what he's about, and he's convinced Balikwisha's going to fit like a glove in Rodgers' side. He's quick, he presses, he drives forward. Basically, the kind of lad who can cause chaos for a shaky Rangers backline. And honestly, could you script it any better? A brand new boy making his debut at Ibrox in the biggest fixture of them all? That's the stuff of Celtic folklore if he hits the ground running. Engels sounds confident that Balikwisha can deliver here the same way he did at Antwerp. Goals, assists, big performances. So here's my question for you. Would you throw Balikwisha straight into the derby fire at Ibrox, or would you keep him on the bench and ease him in? Because I'd love to see him tear strips off that Rangers defense from the first whistle. Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Right, so here we go again, another transfer saga dragging its heels, and this time it's all about Sebastian Tounekti. Now, you and I both know Celtic have been crying out for another proper winger, someone who can stretch the game, give us that spark out wide, especially after the mess of this summer window. Brendan Rodgers is desperate for quality in those forward areas, and Balikwisha's just walked through the door, but it's clear the gaffer wants more. The Bhoys went in with an offer just shy of 4 million quid, and Hammarby basically laughed it off. Their sporting director, Mikael Hjelmberg, has come out and said it plain as day. I've told Celtic and Seb he's staying here this autumn. Can you believe that? They're digging their heels in, saying their ambition is to keep him. Translation, pay us closer to 6 million quid and we'll talk. Now, fair play to Tounekti. Apparently he took the news well, but if you're the lad and you've got Celtic knocking at your door, surely your head's already half in Glasgow, isn't it? Paradise under the lights, playing in front of 60,000 instead of running around in Sweden until Christmas? Here's where it gets interesting though. We're right up against the transfer deadline, and that puts pressure on both sides. Do Celtic go back in with a bigger bid, maybe closer to that 6 million mark, or do we move on and risk being left short out wide for the rest of the season? And this is what I want to throw at you. Would you pay the full 6 million to get Tounekti in now, or would you say stuff it, keep the money in the bank and trust Balikwisha and the lads we already have? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's guy it. Loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts.